But when I ran for office, he was very hostile.
He said some not so nice things about you, sir.
Yeah, and
yes.
it's hard.
Yeah, Trump said, "Yo, Diddy, you never rode for me. Now you want to see, well.
Club in Atlanta for Hype Plus News, I'm John Abba. Diddy's chances of getting out of prison with the help of a Donald Trump pardon appears to have quickly faded, as it now can be assumed that Trump forgives but never forgets. For the past several weeks, there have been rumblings if President Trump would consider pardoning Sean Diddy Combs after Combs would be found guilty on charges related to his heavily publicized trial. Combs currently faces up to 20 years in prison after being found guilty of 2 counts of transportation for prostitution. Well, in a new interview on Newsmax with host Rob Fernerdi, Trump would finally address the real possibility of saving his former friend from a lengthy prison sentence. According to Trump, Combs' previous criticism of him, quite frankly, has minimized his chances of receiving a pardon. He made some terrible statements, so I don't know. It makes it more difficult to do.
Would you consider pardoning him?
Well, he was essentially, I guess, sort of half innocent.
Yes.
I don't know what they do. He's still in jail or something. But,
Yep.
you know, I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great.
They was homies. He was at the parties, allegedly.
Seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well. But when I ran for office, he was very hostile.
He said some not so nice things about you, sir.
When you knew someone and you were fine, and then you run for office and he made some terrible statements. So I'm being honest. It makes it more difficult to do.
Come on, Trump, cut him some slack. That was all black people.
Now, as reports,
All black people like Trump before he ran for president. Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in now. Remember that?
to circulate on Trump's response, claiming that Diddy dissing him is why a pardon more than likely won't happen. Moments, and one moment in particular that may have cost Diddy his freedom, has now resurfaced.
White men like Trump need to be banished.
The clip comes from an interview Combs would conduct with Charlemagne the God back in 2020 on his then platform Revolt. The interview...
Some people say that's why he got locked up. So first of all, if we have any future revolutionaries out there, let me first give you a quote from great poet, musician, and inmate. Apparently, that's why I met him. Gil Scott Heron. The revolution will not be televised. What that means is if you got some plans to try to uplift black people, you better do it in secret. So I don't know what he was thinking trying to start this political party, but some argue that might have been the reason that the freak-offs finally came out. Here we go.
Allow Combs to candidly share his thoughts about the election, President Biden, and Trump, as he would strive to launch his own political party called Our Black Party. At different moments in the interview, Combs would make it very clear that he was not a fan of Trump's politics. At one point, he would even go as far as saying that white men like Trump should be banished. In this very moment,
Man, and she was hanging out with the nigga on a regular basis.
It'd be the exact words that Trump would never forget, and why he finds pardoning Diddy difficult.
White men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous. The number one priority is to get Trump out of office. The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man is white people.
Since its release, the interview has gained close to 600,000 views on YouTube, so it's a very strong possibility that someone from the Trump administration could have seen it and sent it to Trump. As Trump did mention, he and Diddy were actually good friends before he got serious about politics. From the looks of photos online in places like Getty Images, Trump and Diddy can be seen hanging out as far back as 1997 when Trump was a special guest at Diddy's grand opening of his restaurant Justin's in New York City. And even interesting enough, in 2004, when Diddy was pushing his Vote or Die campaign, Trump showed up to support him. So what are your thoughts now hearing that Trump finds it difficult to pardon Diddy? Do you think he should overlook Diddy's past comments and not make a personal decision? Let's get into the comments below.
Be careful who you shit on the way up, because you might see him on the way down. Speaking of that, if I'm ever in prison and Benzino or 50 Cent or Rick Ross or Clarissa Shields or Remy Ma or Papoose or Fat Joe or Samuel Jackson or Stephen A. Smith or Dr. Umar become president, I'm sorry. All right, we out.